there comes a time when you just realize that no matter what your narc is doing, it's not about whether or not you realize it. It becomes a question of, are you going to say anything? You can catch your narc in whatever scenario which is completely and utterly incorrect and wrong of the narc to do, meaning not meaning that they're going to act a different way, but meaning that your narc is taking advantage of you. But if you say anything about it, you are going to face an intense amount of wrath just for stating the obvious. And it comes to the point where your problem isn't that you realize it. Your problem is there's nothing you can do about it because for whatever reason at the moment, you are unable to change your circumstances. So you have to put up with it. And here's what happened to me today, and this is probably why I'm going to go ahead and start making videos, because I just need to get this off my chest. I just need somebody to hear what I'm saying. And this, even though I have conversations with people in the victim of narcissist group, I still need an outlet. Today's offense. So today I was checking my emails and or checking emails that come to both myself and my narc, and we received one from a person who was discussing the dogs. They want their dog to spend the night over here. They want us to take care of their dog. And I have a Mastiff, and simply to being proactive, I'm not going to let another dog spend the night here, because even though my Mastiff is sweet, etc., he is territorial, and I don't want to put up with any grief of anything ever accidentally happening. So I'm reading this email, and the person states that they were wanting to go ahead and plan a sleepover of their dog over here, and just wanted to, if my narc was still okay with that. Now here's the catches, the phrases, if you are still okay with that. That tells me that this has been planned. This has been, even though I've said I don't want it happening, it's not going to happen, my narc has still made the point of convincing his little fan group that it's going to happen. So, I said to my narc that this person had, for some reason, was assuming that their dog was going to spend the night here. And my narc replied along the lines of, oh, no, we've already discussed that's not happening. Well, right there, I mean, it's more than obvious, having been here time and time again, that my narc is flat out lying to me. And denying what is being said. And what is being said is that it's going to happen, just a matter of planning. But my narc is playing me as if the other person is the person who's not getting it, when the reality of the situation is my narc continues to be a trickster, and as long as I don't say anything, and I do not point out that, no, this is obviously not correct, and you're lying to me. I mean, this is obviously not correct. It was planned. You're lying to the person who thinks that their dog is going to spend the night at our house. And you're playing all of us. But, that's pretty much what it's like to be married to one. As a side note, I just want to add that I'm almost 49, and my narc husband is in his early 60s. And the reason I am bringing this up is because he's in his 60s, and yet he still feels the need to lie, to sneak around, and to have a meltdown if anybody points it out. It's irrelevant if we know. It's irrelevant if it's just so blatantly obvious that he's doing this. It's that he is going to have an incredible amount of rage and attacks if anything is said. And he's in his 60s. This man, I believe people can change, but that's a little bit old to be acting like a spoiled. The point I was trying to make before my alarm went off was that my narc is in his 60s. He should have outgrown acting like a little child when he, late bloomer, 30s. At the very oldest, but he's in his 60s. And he's still sneaking around, lying, manipulating, and going into a rage mode if anybody confronts him. I have caught him watching a porno show. I mean, he was sitting there watching it. But when he could not close the program, when I suddenly just, shut up and sat down next to him and watched him in his blunder of letting me see what he was doing, then he starts blaming the computer. Oh, it was a virus. It was a bug. I always find it interesting how only certain people get these porn bugs, But I'm digressing. Yeah. I believe people can change. I 100% believe that people can change. But this man's in his 60s. And what do you do? That's just not happening. He's in his 60s. Responsibility is not going to happen. There's a bit of an addendum that I need to add to this video. Anybody who's ever seen my dog knows that my dog is sweet and gentle and loving and kind, and he's just a big ball of goodness as far as dogs are concerned. There was an incident a couple of years ago where a person showed up at my house that the dog did not like. And my dog made it very well known that the person was not welcome anywhere near the property. A couple of weeks later, that person showed up again unannounced, and there was an incident. We had a very small investigation, and we were put in the clear, and the people said that the problem was not my dog, the problem was the person. Now, this took place in the same town where the woman lives who wants her dog to have a sleepover with my dog. So, she should have known better than to even suggest it. Her dog is cute and adorable. It's a very small dog, whereas my dog's huge. Hers is very small, very sweet dog, but I can't chance it. Now, I have considered that possibly maybe the idea came from my husband, as he tends to desire to be the hero no matter what to whoever he meets, even if it doesn't make any kind of logical sense. Now, I am also aware from many previous situations in which I've witnessed this, where my narc is going to go now, and in some way he is more than likely going to play it as he attempted to allow the dog to spend the night over at my house, but the horrible wife would not allow it. So, and I know this because I've witnessed it happen to me multiple times. There have been times when I've actually been able to approach the unsuspecting party and explain the situation as to why whatever they were told wasn't actually correct, and to try to put the light back, take the pressure off of it being my fault, whatever the scenario was, and make it very clear. No, see, this is what you were told is not correct. This is the problem. This is the situation. And I often do that because there's no point in me going to my narc and saying, my narc, why are you telling people this when that's not true? And why didn't you tell them the truth? So I guess that's just it. Anyhow, thank you for watching.